And yes, you're probably still smelling that smoke right now that caused some major problems during the morning commute.
That thick smoke and fog cut visibility to zero in some places. It was really bad near the James River Bridge. Hard to imagine how people could see where they're going. This is video from Chopper 10 of the Monitor Merrimack, and look at that. You can barely see the entrance of the tunnel. The smoke also contributed to 2 accidents on Route 58 East. Police decided to close that road at 9:26 a.m., but was it too late? We sent in on your side Stephanie Harris to ask police why they made that decision nearly an hour after the accidents.
Well, Tom, a lot of drivers want to know the answer to that question. Look at these pictures sent to us this morning. We can't say exactly what time these pictures were taken, but we do know that if you were on this road at 8 o'clock this morning and you took a black cell phone like this, put it on the black pavement in front of you, you wouldn't even have seen it. The conditions on Route 58 were just as bad, if not worse, than any snowstorm in Hampton Roads.
My daughter was in the back seat crying because she was afraid.
Christine Bethea didn't even make it onto the highway.
To get out of my neighborhood, I can actually turn left onto 58, but I decided to go to a light. And when I got to the light, or what I thought was the light, I couldn't see the light.
That was around 8:15 in the morning. She wants to know why it took police until 9:26, nearly an hour and 2 accidents later, to close down the road. So I asked police spokesperson Debbie George.
It's actually a very quick process, but you consider we had low and no visibility throughout the city. It's only when it becomes a public safety issue that that decision is made.
George said officers can't be everywhere all the time. When they responded to 2 accidents on a smoke-filled 58 within 15 minutes, they called a captain out to evaluate, even though, George said, they had the power to close it themselves.
But at that point, they were already on scene. You had officers working traffic, and it was down to 1 lane of travel. So pretty much the threat was alleviated.
The captain decided to go ahead and close the eastbound stretch, but not the westbound. Why? There was smoke there, too.
The officers on scene and the officers evaluating any of the areas and out throughout the city determined that that was the area where public safety was a concern.
Is it because there's more traffic going east during the morning commute? George couldn't tell us, but she did want to make this point clear. Police do all they can to keep drivers safe, but drivers have to take responsibility too.
It's much like our winter weather. You know, when there is snow and ice, you have to drive slower.
Now, Debbie George also told me that when deciding to close a road, police also consider that they will detour cars onto unfamiliar side roads, and that in itself could lead to more accidents. Well, we could not have seen the seriousness of the story without all of these great pictures that our viewers sent in to us. So there is a slideshow of them that you can watch on wavy.com. Stephanie Harris, 10 on your side.